Are we live? Good morning, noon or night, everybody. Welcome to another video on the Maybe Bray YouTube channel. This one is a stream. It's a watch-along of Notts County versus Mansfield. I'm just trying to fix up that camera angle a little bit. It's not really working. We'll get there eventually. I think that's all right. Nobody in the stream just yet, but if you're watching this back for whatever reason, then welcome. We've got one person in the chat. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I've got to try and look very, very carefully because these kits are very, very bright in the Nottinghamshire sunshine today. I don't know what this angle is about, to be honest. It's not being very kind to me. One person in. Hello. Aiken's trying to shield out McGoldrick. Goes out for a throw-in. McGoldrick takes. It comes back down the line and doesn't quite go back out for another throw-in. Back to the Notts left back. Then back inside to Baldwin. Puts it out for Brindley. Now Crowley. Brindley gets it back. One person in. Hello. Long ball forward from Mansfield, but it's quite easily cut out by Notts. Two people in the chat. Hello to the both of you. Hope you're having a pleasant day so far. Robinson and Baldwin, they're just sort of passing it around the back of Notts. Laid out to Crowley. Is it Crowley or Crowley? If there are any Notts fans here, then let me know that one. Nemain. It's a goal for Notts. Absolutely, like, so fast. It's Crowley who scored it. That was a bit of mayhem inside of the Mansfield box. And Notts have punished them. Really early on, it was Nemain who sort of broke away down the left. The cross came in. It was really, really poor defending by Mansfield. It was just allowed to ping around in the box. And I'm pretty sure that it was Crowley who picked up the pieces. Yeah, it was. There was a defender back on the line. But there was nothing that they could do about it. Cargill just let it run. Langstaff tried to control it. Flint was there. But, yeah, Notts have taken the lead. Only 2 minutes in. Hello, I'm back again. I'm going to try and write out the teams because I've not been able to do that already. So I don't know if you could tell the sort of commentary there was very, very poor, because I couldn't tell very much of what was really going on. So very sorry to all of that. Morning, pal. Good afternoon, Laquan. Hope you're doing all right. Hope that you're all good there. Knots win $7,000. What? I don't know quite what you mean there. I think I'm going to change the banner to county. There we go. Let's see if this pen will work. No, these pens don't work. I'm trying to quite desperately write down the teams here, because I didn't have much of a chance to do before. This will definitely be sorted before half time at the absolute latest. Not a whole lot, like, other than the goal, there's not been too much. Notts have been on top so far. 6 people in. Hello. Very boring week this, yeah. The international break all over. I cannot stand the international break. Absolutely wish that there was some high quality football about to watch. But I mean, you've just seen a clearance from the Notts County keeper, Sam Slocum, and it's just barely left the floor, really. It's the difference in quality. Snow Cherry, morning. Good morning to you. It's probably quite early over in Canada for you, I'd imagine. So I hope you're doing all right. So yeah, don't mind me writing out the teams. Rawlinson. Not just passing it around the back there, trying to sort of resist the Mansfield press. 7:38 a.m. Fair enough. Saw Taiwo back on Grata. Where did you see that? Well, I imagine he got called up for Nigeria, didn't he? So did you see him like training there, or is he just about? This is new information to me. It's a free kick from Mansfield. Swinging forward out to the right, headed down, and he's got no bloody note. It swung back in. It was a very poor attempted a clearance by Bostock, but they do get away eventually. Here comes Crowley, the goal scorer. We should get past his man. Oh, beautiful work from Crowley to get around his men, but that was a good recovery from McDonald. And Mansfield get the possession back. All the way back to the Mansfield keeper. Now, 5 people. Hello to all of you. McGoldrick and Macaulay Longstaff. He's very sort of forward and back. I really need to sort out this camera angle because it's not good. It's really weird because it's sort of the view is reversed. So what you're seeing is like the opposite of what's actually going on. I saw at Twitter both Taiwo and Ola dropped out. Well, I just hope that they're fit for the next game, to be honest. I like the angle, Bray. Thank you very much, Snow, but I really do need to sort it. Now, I don't know if this is FOTMob being strange, but why on earth is the number 9 being listed as a right back here? I've got a feeling that that's not right. Chris Wood scored. I did see that. I did see that he did score. That's a bit interesting. I mean, I didn't see who it was against, though. Who is it? Who is it against? Nine, 14, 6, 11, 1. Akins trying to get the shot away, but Slocum can quite comfortably get down and claim that. 1, Pim. 14, Flint. Cargill. Now Knots send it up. It's over everyone. And McDonald humps it away. Reed. Here's Bowery. Getting down the right-hand side, lays it back. Then into the middle. Morris tries the ball over the top, but it's too heavy. And it's absolutely no problem for Slocum. Slocum? Slocum. Is it Slocum? Slocum? I don't know if there's anybody in there who knows there, but that would be very helpful if you could tell me how you pronounce Sam Slocum. I'm going to go for Slocum for now. Reed. 15, Lewis. And Clark. And up top, 7, Akins. And 40, Kayla Dunn. I think their number 9 is right back. Yeah, I think so too as well. That's a bit of a strange one, to be honest. That's certainly not a number that I would have put on a right back. Oh, that's a really nice little break. Kayla Dunn with a shot from quite a long way, but it's not good enough of a shot. The left-footed effort was really well found by Maris, but he drags that wide of Slocum's left hand post. I'll give you a quick rundown of the teams now that I've actually got them. We've got Knots' lineup is Slocum, Rawlinson, Brindley, Baldwin, Nemain, Bostock, Austin, Palmer, Crowley, of course, who's already scored, McGoldrick, and Langstaff. For Mansfield, we've got Christy Pym, Bowery, Flint, Cargill, McDonald, Lewis, Reed, Clark, Maris, Akins, and Kayla Dunn. Probably the same as Wickham. Well, it'll become at the end, but I don't know if it's slow or slaw or some sort of other variation somehow. Throw in for Mansfield on the far right. It's a decent little throw, just gets past the halfway line, then comes straight back to him after Bowery tried the long throw. This time he goes short, but it's dispossessed, goes back to Flint, who hoofs it up. Bostock wins it and gets back. Gives it all the way back to Slocum. Thank you for the 5 people in chat for being there. That was a really nice pass through the legs of Clark to set Nemain away. Giving it back, and Brindley's got it quite far up. Now it's given all the way back to the Notts defence, and they will recycle it. Do you know if we're still sponsored by Eon? We are still sponsored by Eon, but that sponsorship is only for like training wear and stuff like that. It's not for the actual kit. There's not too much to talk about other than, of course, the very early goal. Crowley gave Notts the lead after, I think it was either 2 or 3 minutes. It was after 3 minutes, according to FOTMob. Oh, Jordan Bostock tried the fancy pass. It didn't come off, but Notts got possession anyway. McGoldrick with a long attempted ball, quite easily cut out by Cargill. Cargill and McDonald exchanging passes. Lets Clark away. Now he looks for Kayla Dunn on the left. And he comes into the penalty box. Could shoot, and oh, he's at the post. Oh, Slocum was very, very lucky there. I'm not sure if he got a hand onto it as it sailed towards the post. The right-footed effort, he came into the box, went inside of his man, shot towards the near post. He didn't get a touch on it. It hit the post, came back off the keeper, and then went out. You see plenty of those where they end up going in anyway, like just off the keeper. It's really unfortunate when that happens, but it just could have done there, but it didn't. It didn't quite drop right. Bowery certainly is playing in a defensive position. It's really strange to see a number 9 so far back. All the way back from Mansfield keeper there. They did take the corner, but it didn't really go anywhere. Brindley chasing it back. Maris has about 30 yards out. He looks to try the shot. It's blocked by Baldwin. Will come out to Bowery on the right, though. He has come forward now. He seems to be just a bit everywhere, really. Nice bit of footwork to get into the box there. In comes the cross for Mansfield. Akins was lurking, but Slocum gets a good punch on it. Slocum does look to be injured there. Is Mr. Swan on the bench for Mansfield? Will Swan is indeed on the bench for Mansfield. Slocum. I'm going to call him Slocum. Slocum came, he got quite a strong punch on the ball, but Akins was in there and looks to have collided with him. So we're going to have a bit of a stoppage here for the injury to him. He looks in quite a bit of pain, and I'm not quite sure why he'd be doing this already. It seems a bit early for the excessive sort of time wasting, but there are medical staff on the pitch. Just having a little replay of the hit of the post. He did get really lucky there. It hit the post, and it came back. It hit the back of his neck, and then went out for a Mansfield corner. But as I say, Slocum is still down now. Rawlinson and Baldwin around. "19 minutes gone at Meadow Lane. Notts, of course, as you can see, leading 1-0. Have we still got a Harbottle? I don't actually know. I'm going to look that one up. Riley Harbottle. I seem to think he moved to Scotland. Yes, he did move to Scotland. He's gone to Hibs for now. Slocum is back on his feet. I really, really like the Puma goalkeeper kit with the sort of arrows on it. I think it's one of the better looking mass-produced goalkeeper kits that they've gone. Aberdeen, I think. No, that was Jaden Richardson. This Harbottle, I've just looked it up. He did definitely go to Hibs. play is about to restart. Slocum taking a bit of time. It is taking quite a little while here to take the goal kick. I know it's a free kick, I think. Okay, it's a corner for Notts, I think. Just had to go for a minute there. It was really, really well defended by McDonald. In the main, looked to find it to Renane. He didn't know a lot about that one as the ball got fired at him, but he did end up controlling it. I thought he was a decent little player, to be fair. I thought he was all right from when I saw him play against, I think it was Wolves in the cup. I thought he was all right. Bostock in the middle. "23 minutes gone." Oh, Slocum's giving it away. Kayla Dunn could take advantage here. On the edge of the box, shoots. It was a great block from a Notts County body, and they do manage to get it away. That was really, really strange from Sam Slocum. He came right out to the box. He slipped as he was trying to clear the ball. And if Kayla Dunn had been just a little bit faster to react, then it would have been 1-1. We should loan out some of the under-21s. Yeah, I think that'd probably help them progress their careers a little bit more. Just get a bit more playing time in their legs. But of course, they are playing regularly for our B team, to be fair. Akins wins the ball. He's adjudged to do so fairly. Across it could come here, and it's 1-1. Just like that, Reid has levelled it up. That was really, really poor defending from Notts County. Lewis Reid. We heard it the first time. Louis Reid has levelled it up for Mansfield. Notts County are absolutely furious that they haven't gotten the free kick there. Someone Akins won the ball. Luke Akins did win the ball. But it was Bostock who was caught in possession. Bostock just throwing himself to the ground there. That was so needless. Maris laid it across, and it's a lovely, lovely left-footed finish from Reid into that bottom corner. There was nothing that the keeper was doing about that one. Left rooted to the spot, and we are all square again. Very poor from Slocum. I don't think that goal was certainly not Slocum's fault. That was all on Bostock. He was desperate to win that free kick, but it just was never coming. There wasn't enough contact from Akins to warrant him going down like that. McDonald off to Flint. Nice ball out to the right from Aidan Flint. Bowery looking to beat his man, but it's a strong challenge by the Notts County man. And it will be out for a throw-in to Mansfield. Just about level with the 18-yard box. It looks like they're lining up for a long throw. I'm not sure exactly what this lad has in his locker, but it does go long. The second ball, Nemain is onto it. There goes Nemain. He's got his defender for pace, but the man does recover. It was a really good recovery challenge there. Just having a little replay of that. It was really, really poor from Bostock. It was absolutely never a foul. He goes down so easily, and really he's just cost his team a needless goal there. Absolutely no need for it. It was a nice finish, though, into the bottom corner. These guys need better defenders. Well, I think obviously the standard is never going to be as good down in League One, League Two. But there's not a lot that many defenders can do when the ball gets given away there. I think Mansfield were very ready to capitalise on the mistake. So fair enough to them. Oh, that was a nasty challenge there. Crowley's gone in. If it got him for the header, looks like he could have left an elbow in there. The referee was quite far away. We'll have a look at this again. It was Reed. There was an elbow left in there. Don't know how intentional it is. Reed did make a meal of it. The elbow was certainly like waving there, but I don't know if it really deserved the reaction it got. It's a free kick to Mansfield, but no more than that. Akins takes this down, lays it off really nicely for Maris. The main gets the block in the box. Reed. Oh, great ball into the box there from Reed. He was offside. So there's a free kick for Notts County following the offside. Long ball forward for Mansfield, but it's just out for a throw in. It was looking for nobody, really. The pass was just not good enough. Right, we're back again. 3 people in here. Thank you. This is... Oh, that was a really poor pass there. Lewis tried to just lay it off, but it's gone straight out of play. Mansfield have been on top for the last couple of minutes, but not so look dangerous when they are coming forward. Obviously, Mansfield really wouldn't be level without that horror mistake by John Bostock just to try and win that free kick. It was really, really poor from him. Slocum angles up the long ball. It falls down to the Mansfield defence, and it's tried to be chipped over by Clark, but it was a poor ball. Slocum sends this one up really long, headed back in strongly by a Mansfield defender, but it just goes out for nothing. Sorry if I just sort of go quiet for a little bit. There's just not too much to talk about. Maris spreads it out to the right for Bowery. Down the line. But not win it back. Here's Crowley. They've got a lot of space to run forward into here. Langstaff was chasing that through ball, but he wasn't quick enough to get to it. Oh. Bowery looks for the long ball, taken down really nicely by Akins, but then thumped upwards, straight up, and Bostock hooks that one away. Bowery with a late challenge, but he does manage to win it. Akins muscling away from his man, lays it back for Mansfield. It's really, really bright sunlight over there in Nottingham. Mansfield do have it now. 5 people. Thank you all very much for being here. Do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I hope that you're all enjoying the stream. Long ball forward was looking for Akins, but it's cut out by the Notts defence, and they'll look to set something up on the break. Or no, instead they go back to Slocum, who I'd imagine will look for the long ball here. He does. Right out towards the left wing, but it's over everyone, over McGoldrick, who was chasing, and it just goes out for a Mansfield throw in deep into their own half. Bowery. In goes that throw, headed on by Akins, and there was clearly some studs in there on the Mansfield attacker. I can't see who it was, but there's someone down still for Mansfield. McDonald was scrambling to get across. It's Maris who is down. 3 people in, thanks to all of you. Maris and I can't see quite who that was. Maris and Baldwin. It was either Baldwin or Rowlandson. Stuck a foot up in the air. But just about couldn't deal with it. This will be quite a big stoppage now, I'd imagine, as Maris is going to receive some treatment. Barry looking to get the cross in. Slocum easily comes and claims that. Trying to deal with the lineups still. The offside flag is raised against Akins, who otherwise would have been through. Rotherham versus Ipswich is up on Friday. Next Friday. Mansfield keeping possession. Oh, that was nearly a really good break there. It's been smuggled through to Clark. Clark shooting deflection. And it's out for a corner to Mansfield. A bit of pinball there in the midfield. And it did eventually manage to find its way through to Clark. But just about. Only just about. I mean. Aidan Flint coming up for this corner. And it comes, right-footed in-swinger, punched away. Could certainly have been dealt better with, but Notts do look to lead the break. Here they do come forward. Down the left wing now. Oh, but that's a great little challenge, and Crowley picks up the pieces. Langstaff is adamant that he should have had a penalty there. But it didn't look like a foul to me, personally. Now for Richard Brinley. It was Lewis who made the challenge on the edge of the box. Aaron Nemain. John Bostock. Sam Austin. Matthew Palmer. Daniel Crowley. David McGoldrick. And Macaulay Langstaff. Okay. We're sort of all right. All the way back for Slocum. He's a little bit out of position. Looks outside for Crowley on the right. Then gives it back. And we've got 3 people in. Thank you to the 3 people in at the moment. Trying to edit the tickers for in case we get another goal. Obviously could go either way, so I've got to make one for each of the possible goals. So we got 1, 2, 2, 1. Obviously it's 1-1 at the moment. Christy Pym sends it long. It's taken down by Baldwin. Now for Brindley. Akins really trying very hard to win some possession there. Out it comes to the left. Back in field for McGoldrick, who lays it off. There's Notts look to build. Crowley takes a heavy touch, then lays it all the way back to Brindley. Here comes Richard Brindley. He's taking his time, gives it forward to Nemain, who returns it to him. Oh, that was a really nice turn by Nemain. And he does win that throw in after playing it off the Mansfield player. Out for another throw in for Notts. Nemain to take. About on level with the end of the centre circle into the Mansfield half. Now it's a throw in that's further into the Mansfield half, but this time it does go for Mansfield. McGoldrick is fuming about that one. Brindley. Back to Rawlinson. Slocum. Sends it long yet again. Down it comes, Nemain. Now there's a good little chance. McGoldrick out to the left. It's a good block from Mansfield. But Notts still coming forward. Every player, aside from Sam Slocum, is currently in the Mansfield half. Two people in here watching. Thank you to the two people watching. This is Slocum. Once again, sends it long. Akins tries to turn away, but wins the throw-in after playing it off Notts defender. Now it is all the way back to Pym. We're into the 45th minute now. There will be 4 minutes. I've added on time. Personally, I would have said there could be some more. But the ball goes out for, you guessed it, another throw-in. This game just feels a bit like a game of throw-ins and long balls, to be honest with you. The throw-in is pretty much exactly on the halfway line and will be taken by Palmer. Back it goes for Baldwin. Slocum. He's being chased down there, but Maris was adjudged to have fouled Brindley, and it will be a free kick to Notts right on the edge of the box, on the edge of their own box. For clarification, 1 minute into the added 4. Up comes Slocum and smashes it upfield once again. And out for another throw-in. Oh, I do love a good throw-in, me. This genuinely has just been a game of throw-ins and long balls. And there's a long ball up from Mansfield that goes out. Can you place a bet builder on how many throw-ins there's going to be in a match? Because if there's less than 20 in the second half, I'll be extremely surprised. Here come nuts. Sam Austin down the left. In comes the cross. It's headed away only as far as Bostock, who gives it back to Austin. Looks to take on his man. Looks like he wants to go through him, but he lays it back again to Bostock instead. Now inside to McGoldrick, laid off again. Spread out for Palmer on the right. The ball forward is being contemplated by Palmer as he plays a quick 1-2 and then gets it out to Nemain. I'm assuming it's Nemain rather than Nimane. Nemani. People in the comments, someone leave some sort of comment, some sort of talking point, because this game isn't the greatest. Forward it goes. That was a nice little layoff by McGoldrick as Sam Austin charges forward. Across comes the ball and it's Crowley cleared off the line. The cross came in from the left. Crowley was completely unmarked at the back post. He thought that he doubled his tally. But I believe that Bailey Cargill was on the line to make sure that he didn't. Crowley looks to come forward again, releases Nemain down the left. Across it goes. Massive appeals for a penalty for handball there. Crowley does come across and then it's away. Bostock looks to keep going. They're still deep in the Mansfield half. We've ticked over the 4 added minutes. Austin lays it back. And half-time is called before Notts can get the ball back into the box. That was a really, really nice bit of work. I think that we're just we're looking back on this again. It was a good cross. Crowley just couldn't get it quickly enough. He just couldn't get hold of it. It was came in really, really quickly from a very tight angle. So he did get it on target, to be fair. But that will be half time. That is half time already. A decent half. Well, I say a decent half. It's just been long balls. It's just been long balls, and that's really been it. It's been long balls and throw-ins. That's just about all this game has been. Obviously, we've had 2 goals already, but there's not been a massive showcase of talent. Notts with a few decent bits of play. Mansfield haven't troubled Notts too much. They went on an extended spell of possession where they probably could have gotten something. But, of course, they didn't get anything further. I'm going to go quiet for a bit. So, yeah, make sure to leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. Hello, we are back for the second half of Notts County versus Mansfield in League 2. Thank you very much for the 4 people who are here. I took a little break there for half time, so I'm going to get rid of the half time on the banner. There we go. And then we're all good. Second half, I've been trying to sort out the commentary because obviously I've not, as you can tell, I've not been very sharp with the players, who's playing where, etc. So I'm trying to fix that for all of you a bit, because I know it must be a bit annoying when I'm obviously sat here watching the game and I still don't know who I'm looking at. Just sort of figuring out. Nothing much is going on at the moment, so you're not missing anything due to me doing this. Don't worry. David McGoldrick coming forward, looking for Sam Austin down the left. Oh, he does really well to get away from his man, and he's shoved to the ground. Nothing given. He won't have been happy there. There wasn't a lot of ball, but he did get a decent challenge in. Certainly muscled him away. Anyway, I need to keep on trying to deal with this. Marius. Caleb Dunn. Akins. MacDonald. Who is that? Cargill. It's a throw in for Notts. Not a particularly promising position. The man is held back, but nothing comes of it. In the main. When this is done, then the commentary is going to go up a level, by the way. Just to sort of tell that to you. Austin. Palmer. Baldwin. There goes Palmer down the left. He is dispossessed. It does end up coming to a Mansfield body in midfield though anyway. 15. That's Lewis. Goldrick. Number 9. Langstaff. Number 7. Shocking handwriting from me there. Crowley. Brinley. And where's number 5? Rawlinson. Okay. Okay, so I think we're finally good in terms of. I've got to deal with this in a minute. No, we're all right with that. Can you all hear me? All right. I'm hoping you can. Austin. Yeah, can't do anything with that. Five people in the chat. Thank you all very much for being here. Bostock, he's gone down, but I've got no idea what the problem was. Maybe he's twisted his ankle or something. There wasn't a foul on him. I really don't know what's gone on there. 6 people in. Thank you all very much. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't already. Bostock is down, receiving some treatment. There's not too much to say at the moment. Hopefully somebody leaves a comment. 3 people in now. Thank you all very much for being here. Obviously, subscribe if you're new. As I say, I don't know who's sat here watching this, but yeah, make sure to subscribe. Up to 10 likes now. Thank you all very much. It comes to the edge of the box. Oh, Crowley looks to get this one away. He's got Nemain outside him, but he keeps the ball himself and lays it back for Brindley. Now out to Rawlinson. Back to Slocum. Aikens closing him down, and Slocum does send it along. Headed back forward, but controlled by Austin, and looking to come forward here. Slocum, quite a way out of his box, and sends the long ball forward. Mansfield intercept it. Oh no, they just can't bring it under control. 5 people watching. Thank you all very much for being here. Comes back to Slocum again. Far right. And he will send it long over the top once again. Headed away by Flint. Mansfield managed to control it through McDonald. Lays it back for Cargill. Now up. Here they come through Caleb Dunn, but it's headed all the way back to Slocum, who has it in his hands. And I'd imagine he will go over the top again because the players are going long. He's got Baldwin as a short option, but he brings it down to his feet and he goes long. It was lucky for Langstaff. Langstaff nearly did get onto that. That was a really, really good ball from Slocum. And it's given out to Reed. Reed out left for Clark. And back into Reed in the middle. Akins comes back as an option. Finds Lewis now. There's a run being made in there. Bowery down the right. Bearing in, gets away from Baldwin. In comes the cross. It's controlled in the area, but he's got his back to goal as Reed. Out it comes from Maris. In it goes, and there was a strong challenge inside the box. They've gotten away with one there. Knots as Mansfield pile on the pressure. In comes the cross. It's only half cleared, but it's fallen to a Notts man as Crowley comes forward. Lewis hits the deck. And here do come Notts. Nemain finds himself in a good bit of space. He's got Langstaff with him, but that was a great challenge from Cargill to win possession back as Notts looked to break. He just didn't quite have the pace that he thought he did to get all the way past those defenders. Did, what's it called? Did Aaron Nemain. No real menace here. There was a foul there, and Akins thought he was through on goal, but he couldn't benefit there. Just having a little replay. In did come the cross from Maris, and Akins was in there, but it was really, really strong. Like really, really, really well dealt with it was by Rawlinson to just about get in the way of Akins to put him off. Because surely if Akins makes contact, there's a decent striker. He's going to be there. There has been a change for Notts County. Jim O'Brien comes on and takes the captain's armband. He replaces the injured John Bostock. I'm going to have to change that on my little commentary helper. Not too much going on, so you're not missing anything. Don't you worry. O'Brien. There we go. Brindley lays it back to Slocum. Notts will look to play out from the back rather than send it long this time. And he's gone away with one there as Rawlinson. He really, really nearly lost the ball as... No, it was Palmer. Palmer who was almost in trouble. But Slocum does manage to send it long and continue as the game has been so far and sends it away long. McDonald has a 1-2 with Christy Pym. Up it goes now. Show a notification off the Alexa. O'Brien gives it forward to Nemain. Nemain looking to take on McDonald. Lays it off, and that was a slight bit of passing between O'Brien and Nemain. So we'll see him lay it off to midfield. McGoldrick's pass wasn't quite on target, but it would have been offside if it was. So it's been given for offside. Free kick to... Oh, no, it might be a free kick to Notts. I think that... Oh, no, it is a free kick to Notts. It's certainly not in a bad position. It's about, I'd say, maybe 20, 25, 26 yards out. Just left of centre, but still level with the D. Mansfield set up the wall. It looks like there are three players over it. Palmer, Baldwin and McGoldrick all look like they want to take it. 4 people in the chat. Thank you all for being here. McGoldrick does strike it. That was quite a strong block in the wall there. And it goes out for another throw-in. Obviously for Notts this time. It was a really aggressive block from from Aidan Flint as he came charging out of the wall as soon as he could to make sure that shot had no chance of troubling his keeper. Pym sends it. It's taken down by O'Brien in the middle now, out to Rawlinson. Baldwin. In for Slocum. Once again being chased down. The keepers are getting chased down every time. See, it's odd because in the Premier League, they don't get chased down quite as much. They save their energy, but down in the lower leagues, every single time the keeper's chased down because, you know, that they've, a lot of the keepers at that sort of level have that sort of mistake in them. Slocum and his defence exchanging passes. Puts it out. It lands directly on the halfway line as Mansfield get it back after after Slocum's clearance. They get into the box. It's laid back, and it was a massive scramble. Maris nearly capitalised. It sort of came out of nowhere down the left. I couldn't quite tell who it was. I think it was McDonald that broke. He delivered a left-footed cross back towards the penalty spot, and it was really poor defending from Baldwin, who he sort of half controlled it, but he sort of set up Maris for the shot, but it was just a little bit too far in front of him, so Maris just could stab it towards goal, but it was straight at Slocum, so it was no real problem. 5 people watching. Thank you all for being here. Say something in the chat, please. That would be very nice of you all. David McGoldrick, you've just seen a little touch map of him. He's had plenty of them, by the looks of it. Up it comes. He's looking for it now, but it's thumped away by Lewis. Lewis with a nice little 1-2 with Clark. As a bit of sloppy passing, and it will go out for another throw-in. This time for Mansfield. Bowery, we're assuming right back to take. Puts it down the line, looking for Maris. Maris just about managing to draw that corner kick. It was a good little run from Maris. Baldwin had to put it out. Otherwise, he could have been in trouble. Aidan Flint, they've got the big boys coming up for this. Have Mansfield. I'm just swapping a couple of positions on here because it's clear that they've changed those positions around to me. Palmer and Baldwin. Rawlinson. Across it comes in the box. Flint tries to lay it back. It's a bit far. Rawlinson. Who's number 8? Number 8 is Austin. Slocum sends it long. What a surprise that one is. Didn't see that coming. Nice little turn by Baldwin. There, he came a bit further than he really needed to in midfield. Slocum up there's looking for Nemain. It's a little bit, it's not quite right for him, and it goes all the way back for a throw-in. Back to Slocum, who goes long. It's higher than it is long, so it comes back down inside of the Notts half. Clark coming here down the left. He's got McDonald outside, and McDonald delivers the cross. Nobody was there for it. The only one who was alert to it was David McGoldrick, who was tracking very far back into his own box. That was a dangerous little pass there, but they managed to keep it away from Akins. Here comes O'Brien. Down the right, gives it for Nemain. Near the corner flag. Trying to get around McDonald, but he's holding them up well. In comes the cross from O'Brien, headed away first time by Cargill. And taken down there as the header was really good to set Kayla Dunn away. But Kayla Dunn looked to have been fouled, but Notts come forward anyway. Austin was an option outside. McGoldrick bearing down on goal. Langstaff has it inside the box. Now Austin. Palmer this time. Lays it back out for Austin. on the left side of just outside the left side of the box, getting close to the touchline now. A couple of passes exchanged. Really, really good defending there from Bowery. But not to end up with it again, as the tackle could only go as far as Palmer. Really poor touch from Brimley there, as it's gone all the way back to the back right of Notts County's defence. Baldwin now, Rollinson. Back left by Baldwin for O'Brien. Baldwin just inside their own centre circle. Notts having a couple of passes, waiting for an opportunity to arise. And it was nicked there. They tried to give it through to O'Brien, but Akins was the recipient instead. Just about working it away. Shot coming in from the edge of the box, but Baldwin with a heroic block. Well, heroic probably isn't what I'd use to describe it, even though it was. McGoldrick will now go into the book here for a late challenge. I think it was on Palmer. No, it was on Flint. Flint's the man on the floor. The big block came in on the edge of the box. McGoldrick looked to recover there. It was a sliding challenge, but it was completely mistimed by McGoldrick. And he may as well have given Aidan Flint an invitation to dive over him with the sort of body position he ended up in. The pair of them having a friendly chat now. This will be a free kick to Mansfield around the halfway line. Across it goes as a Mansfield body wrestled to the floor, and another one. They were desperate for a couple of free kicks there, but nothing was given. They're straight over to the referee. O'Brien was keeping hold of a Mansfield man. Aidan Flint thought that he was being held as well. They both went down, but the referee doesn't give anything. 4 people in the chat. Hello to you, 4 people. Who are you supporting in the match? I'm a bit of a neutral, to be honest. If anything, I'd probably say Mansfield because, well, they're both Nottinghamshire clubs, but they're not really competitive with Forest, so I don't really mind them. But Notts, there's a pub called the Magpie. I don't know if any of you will know about it, but they always host the away fans. Just because the manager, the manager of this pub is a Notts County fan, and he goes on about hating Forest and stuff. Wants to make sure all of the away fans are in good voice. So I'd say Mansfield, purely because I think that they sort of openly like us, really. But we don't really see a competitive rivalry with either of them. That was a really, really nice turn from McGoldrick. McGoldrick gives it out for Nemain. Nemain with a shot, and it's just wide. He seemed to have loads and loads of space that he pulled from nowhere there, Nemain. It was a great turn from McGoldrick to give him a bit of space. I think that Clark just sort of flew away from him, really. And it came up to Nemain, who got into the box. McDonald blocked the far post for him. He let fly, and it just hit the side netting. 5 people in. Thank you to the 5 people for being there. As I say, leave a comment in the chat, especially if you haven't already. Here come Mansfield down the right. Kayla Dunn. Jinking inside and winning the corner. Played that one off Rollinson, I believe. Kayla Dunn will. Kayla Dunn. Straight away to take the corner. The massive defender, Aidan Flint, up for this one. He seems to come up for every corner. It was chipped up. It was a nice delivery and a great header to give Mansfield the lead. It's Cargill who rose highest to meet Davis Caylor-Dunn's delivery. And Mansfield do have the lead. It was a towering header. Just floated in there. Not too much pace on it. But it was, you could tell that it was Bailey Cargill who just wanted it more. It's a fantastic leap from him. And he does give Mansfield the lead. 70 minutes gone. Aidan Flint tracking a man away. Oh, that was, you always have to question the defending when you let another player rise above you like that. But yeah, what a header that was. You say the keeper probably could have done better, but he's seen it really, really late because it's coming through a crowd of bodies. But yeah, Mansfield have turned it around in I don't know if it's actually part of West Bridgeford. It's probably not in Bridgeford, actually. Mansfield looking for another one already, but it's won there by knots. I've got to change the little potential goal things. Back out to Nemain. Looking for an instant response here on Knots. There's a blow in the face there. The cross came in and just hit the player in the face. So it's a head injury to number 15. I didn't know there was a number 15 on the pitch. Oh no, there is a number 15 on the pitch. It's Lewis. I thought it looked like Lewis, but I sort of misread his number a bit there. That's hit him straight in the nose. And yeah, you could see, you can totally understand why he's gone down quite like that. Where there, not looking good for County, says Laquan. I think that's probably a fair. That's probably a fair assessment. It is not looking too good for them at all. You can see the Mansfield fans with their arms in the air, singing straight away. Nemain looking to trick outside of his man, but Clark wins it and boots it long. Need to see Swan. I'd like to see Swan. Obviously, being an ex-Forest player, I'd like to see what he's like. I've not seen him live ever, I don't think. Okay. Future goal things are sorted. 6 people in the chat. One of you leave a comment or something, please. That would be very nice of you. Thank you very much. Back to Slocum, the Notts keeper. Met first time on the volley to send it back up. Caylor-Dunn down the right. Gave it for Maris. He's got Bowery, who just wasn't quite eager enough for it. But Lewis wins it anyway. Gives it back to Bowery. Bowery on the overlap. And that will be another corner to Mansfield. These guys need someone like Shelby way better than this GK. I rate Shelby. I've not seen too much of him, so I'm not gonna go off slacking off these keepers or anything. Ooh, a bit tired. The captain, Aidan Flint, waits for this corner delivery. In it comes, chipped in once again, and it's off the post, and it's bundled in. It's 3-1 to Mansfield. Aidan Flint gets their second goal in 5 minutes. That was an almighty scramble in the box there. The corner was lifted in just like it was for Mansfield's second. It was met in the air. I wasn't sure who headed it on, but it went down. It came off the post. You thought the Notts had just got lucky. But when they thought they'd got lucky, the man who really got lucky was the man who it fell straight down to, and that was Aidan Flint, who was on hand to tap home. Well, I say tap home as if he's not put his boot through that. Absolutely leathered it in from about maybe 3 yards out. It was either a save, but yeah, it's fallen perfectly for him. And Aidan Flint says, thank you very much. 3-1 to Mansfield. Comments. I saw Shelby in pre-season, thought he was impressive. I saw him on the clips, but there's not too much that you can say from pre-season. But yeah, 3-1 to Mansfield now. Out of absolutely nowhere. It was just 2 corners that's ended up going on there. And just like that, Mansfield have breathing space. We've got to sort of fix the graphics a little bit there. Comments. Once again, poor defending. Yeah, it's really, really poor defending to be conceding 2 goals in that sort of fashion from corners, especially in one. Well, I mean, let alone in one game, it's poor. But 5 minutes apart from each other, you'd thought they'd learn. You need to pick up your men. You need to be ready for what's going to happen. And they just were caught napping from corners twice in a row. You can't leave big men like Cargill and Flint completely ignored in the box. Sam Austin is coming off even for Adebayo rolling. Oh, that was a challenge on the edge of the box. Langstaff really could have won a free kick there. I need to sort out my thing here. It was Austin who's coming off, and on comes Adebayo rolling. Here comes Mansfield looking for another. This is Aikens getting into the box. Lays it off for Maris, but the shot is blocked just a couple of feet away from where it was taken, but they've given it away again. It's laid across, and oh, he skied it. Lewis, really, really quite ashamed after that one. Notts played themselves right into trouble. It was given out to Clark on the left-footed. Lewis was completely free in the middle, and he blazes it over the bar first time. Leant back a little bit as he was doing it. It bounced up right in front of him. There's not a whole lot he could do about it. But that's how it is. 10 people in the stream. Thank you all very much for being here. Should have been 4-1 there. I think it really could have been, yeah. Maris is coming off for Nigel Clough's side. And there's someone coming on. I don't know what his name is. I'd really appreciate if Sky put it on the board there. It's Hiram Boateng, who is coming on for the Stags. He's number 44. Do I have a number 44? I do indeed. Maris, he's had a good game, been very, very lively. But this game has really come to life, especially for Mansfield in this second half. As I say, Notts County caught napping on 2 set pieces. And that's why they are behind as they are. But you do know that they could always still cause something. And they ain't looking to cause those problems away from 2 men, but a decent challenge from Bowery in the box. Rollinson now. Nemeni switch wings. He's out on the left. Just waiting for a challenge to come in, but Lewis nicks it off him. Lewis waiting for a little pass there. 17 shots this game for Mansfield. That is impressive, I'd say. 8 people in here. Thank you all very much for being here. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now it comes here. I've got no idea who this is, but it was nicked away from him. It was Adebayo rolling, playing on the right. I'm gonna change the thing. The corner was taken short. In it goes to the box. Out to O'Brien. Shifts it for Neme. McGoldrick inside. Plays it off his man, but Bowery's fastest to react. And Flint hoofs it away. Adebayo and Nemain. Slocum playing. I hope that you guys are enjoying this commentary. Well, this commentary. I'm sort of trying to commentate rather than do much of a watch along, to be honest, because there's not been enough chat to do it as a watch along. But Boateng, they've played themselves into trouble here. Here comes Boateng taking the shot. Brindley blocks it. Boateng has not lost it. It falls to Lewis again. Will he look for the shot? No, it's Boateng who shoots, and it's straight into the arms of Slocum. It was Akins who shot there, not Boateng. 9 people in the chat. Thank you all very much for being here. We're into the 81st minute now. Slocum's going to hoof it along. But as I say, 10 people in the chat. That's absolutely fantastic for a League 2 watch along. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Nicely done there by Akins. Looking out for Kayla Dunn. That's a great ball to Davis. Kayla Dunn. He wants to take the shot there, but he's not sort of got enough room. And it's drilled in for another one. Akins makes it 4. Inside of the 6-yard box. Oh, Notts County will be absolutely kicking themselves there. Kayla Dunn had an absolute age to operate in the box. He took so long. No challenges came in. They just stood off him. And the cross eventually came in. I'm not sure whether it was a shot or a cross, but Akins was on hand, and he does stab it home. We'll have a look back at the replay there again. It is Kayla Dunn. They just stand off him. He gets it in. Oh, it's just they're asleep. They're asleep at the back, Notts County. They should be doing so much better there. Kayla Dunn, as I say, in comes the cross. Absolutely no one's with Akins. And any striker of a decent quality, he just sort of brings it over Slocum. He comes to challenge, but he comes down low. But the shot just sort of lifted over him. And it's 4-1 to Mansfield. Seeing the first half, you would not have seen that coming at all. But they're on the doorstep of possibly even 5 in their close neighbours. The goal scorer, just then Akins, comes off, as does Kayla Dunn. They make way for Will Swan. Will Swan is coming on. The starting strike partnership is replaced as they look to see out this game. I wouldn't have expected them to be bringing on strikers. I'd have expected them to be bringing on some more defenders. If anything, Swan. I need to see who the other player who came on was, because I wasn't quite sure. McGoldrick. Get it in the box. And it will be a corner to Notts. 83 gone. Notts really have fallen apart in the second half. You could most certainly say. You can't believe that it's 4-1 to Mansfield. But really, you look at the game. They've dominated it in the second half of Mansfield. Nigel Clough's team done really, really well. Adebayo gets in the cross. It's sort of it's loose in the box. Baldwin with the shot, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Comments. We've got 2 comments. Embarrassing this. Here's Swan. Swan has arrived. Mansfield are second. Mansfield moves second in the league with this result as it stands. Well, that is that just gives you a bit of Nottingham pride in that lead. The cross is floated in towards the back post, but he's absolutely adamant that there was a push on him, but clearly not from Langstaff. Langstaff tried to meet the cross. McGoldrick did, as I say, float it in. He tried to head it back, did Langstaff, but there was just nobody there waiting for him. There's a ball over the top here, looking for Swan. Swan has found his way into the box. Across it comes, and it's deflected wide by Brimley. The other striker who's just come on for Mansfield was lurking, but I've not seen his name yet, so I can't really. It's Gale, James Gale, who's number 12. Number 12. We've got a number 12 here. This will be a corner, this time from the left. Both of their previous goals came from corners from the right-hand side. This time it will be swung in from the Mansfield left. And it goes. It is an in-swinger towards the back post, headed down, and there's no one really waiting for it. Nemain trying to challenge. I think there's been something given here, an offside, or was it a throw-in? I think it might just be a throw-in. They sort of, all of the players on the pitch seemed to stop as if they'd heard a whistle. But clearly they must not have done. I'll just have a quick check what Gale's first name is. It's James Gale. That's who it is. 7 people in the chat. Thank you all. Thank you all very, very much for being here. This has been quite a surprising match. You've got to say that Mansfield absolutely do deserve to be in front here. Long ball from Slocum. Aidan Flint gets up very nicely, and Lewis clears it away. Gale and Swan are on the case of Brinley, who's under quite a lot of pressure there. Down he goes, but it's given as a free kick under the challenge of Will Swan. Free kick's taken quickly, and Baldwin lays it back to Slocum. 87 minutes gone here at Meadow Lane. Thumped forward by, it was almost looking a little bit like a shot from Flint. You definitely wouldn't shoot from there, surely not. The keeper was on his line. But the keeper is out of his goal now as he sends it long once again. There's not too much chance creation going on from Notts so much as thumping it along and hoping, really. 1-4 it still is. Of course, to Mansfield, as you can see there. Just having a look at some of the games coming up next few weeks. Preston versus Millwall in the Championship next Saturday, 5 p.m. If there are any Forest fans here, Premier League, general fans, or people who just like watching vlogs, I'm going to be going to Nottingham Forest versus Luton next Saturday. So do make sure to check that one out if you like. Swan battling for it. It's over to Baldwin. Now out to Nemain. McGoldrick really, really deep there. Beautiful skill by McGoldrick. It is a free kick as McGoldrick was held back. Surely there's no coming back into this from Notts County unless there's a unreal amount of stoppage time. You can see we've just seen the away end and it's absolutely bouncing with limbs in the air. Absolutely brilliant there. Will Swan trying to win it off Brinley. Back to Slocum. Baldwin, he's got Rowlinson outside of him, but Baldwin keeps a hold of it. Back into Slocum now. 6 people in. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you're enjoying the stream if there's anyone who's been here for a little bit. But yeah, this is coming to quite the unexpected turn, if I say so myself. I think. Here come Notts. They want to get one back here. In comes across from Adebayo, and it's... Oh, I thought he took that one away. But he clearly had not. It came back to O'Brien in the middle. It was a really good ball in by Adebayo on the left. O'Brien, he'd given it out. He'd started that little move. He'd managed to get himself free in the middle. I don't know quite how he's put that wide. He was straight in front of the goalkeeper. I can't tell whether it was his left foot. You know he didn't know much about it because it had come along past a defender. But of course, there's more changes on the way coming for Mansfield. Lewis is coming off. There's going to be 7 minutes of additional time. Maybe Notts can get a goal back in that. I don't know. Clark coming off as well as Lewis. There was number 22 coming on, I believe. I've got to see this. I've got to sort of change my little diagram here. Who else is coming on? George Williams, who's coming on, and someone else. Along it comes. Swans chasing it, and they've given it away for a throw-in to Mansfield, level with the 6-yard box, with their own 6-yard box there. They're clearly in no rush to take it, as you'd imagine. I'm having a look at who else came on. I didn't see who else came on. Played off by McDonald right in front of the away support there. Giving him a little standing ovation there. McDonald. McDonald does win it. He's managed to dance his way into the box. Really, really well done by McDonald. No one was there to receive the cross. But Bowery's there to stop the break from O'Brien. Flint hoists it up. And there wasn't anybody waiting for there. The home stands are beginning to empty. It is some Derby Day disappointment, this, for Notts County. Louis Reed has been given player of the match, obviously scored obviously did score their first. Mansfield Town's first. Throwing on the halfway line. McGoldrick. Nice little ball out there for Brinley. Now to Adebayo. Back inside for O'Brien, who looks to give it back to Adebayo. He's not got the pace for that. As that Mansfield defender gets back. I think that was the other lad who came on, but I just couldn't see it. I couldn't see who were the two that came on. Especially considering how slow your lads are being. Callum Johnson has come on. He's a defender. He's number 2. It will be seen out for a goal kick for Mansfield now. Number 2 is Johnson. You can still see the away end there. Absolutely loving it. Bragging rights in this Nottinghamshire derby. Obviously, Mansfield just a little bit north of the city and Notts on the River Trent. Could get even worse for them here. Boateng. In comes the cross. Gale was waiting. It's not fully away. The shot comes in, but it's straight at Slocum. And it won't be 5 for Notts just yet. 5 for Mansfield even just yet. Might be later, we don't know. We can see the away end absolutely loving it. All of their arms in the air, clapping. Long it goes from Slocum. Back all the way to Slocum. Two five? No, it'd be 2-4. Out it comes here. This is Adebayo. Look to get the cross in. Instead, he lays it off. Now it's O'Brien to Brindley and Adebayo again. Can't quite manage to wriggle his way through. O'Brien. Surely the cross will come here from Adebayo. It does get in. It's not properly cleared. McGoldrick was waiting, but it was properly cleared that time, and it will go all the way back to Slocum again. 95 minutes gone. 7 minutes of added time. 21 shots in this game. Mansfield to Notts County's 8. 2 minutes of stoppage time still to play. Really a consolation is what Notts County really want. McGoldrick. Palmer. The cross comes in towards the back post. It's rolling and Langstaff was lurking, but Pym gathers. Gives a little wink to his defence. And he's very happy to hold on to it for a bit. Tells them all to go along. Will very, very happily eat up a bit more time. Will Pym. Clough is screaming at his players that there's only 2 minutes left. I'm no massive lip reader, but I can tell what it means when he does that. "40 seconds remain. This game is not even slightly hanging in the balance. This will be a big, big win for Mansfield, whether or not Notts County can get a consolation. Only 20 seconds remaining. They're still in their own half. Decent ball forward for McGoldrick. Here it goes to O'Brien. O'Brien still going. Lays it off for Nemain. Nemain does dig out the cross. Comes to McGoldrick on the edge of the box. It's deflected and just wide. Pym was scrambling across. It was a decent shot from the edge of the box from McGoldrick. It was headed back to him by Adebayo. He took it first time on the half volley. There was a big, big deflection on it. And there won't be any time for the corner to be taken. It is all over in the main part of Nottingham, as Mansfield will head back to their side, back north, with all 3 points. As I say, it is all over. A really, really interesting game in the second half. Well, it was not very interesting in the first half at all. It was just long ball after long ball, waiting for something to come off from long balls from Slocum, looking up for Langstaff. Langstaff, I barely said his name this game, to be honest. There are a couple of players who just didn't really get involved at all. I think, who was it? There was someone from Notts who came off, and I just do not remember saying his name. Oh, no, that was Clark. That was Clark for Mansfield, actually. This is a massive, massive win for the Stags. As I say, this one takes them all the way from, I believe they were in 5th. Yeah, they were in 5th before the game. But now they are only, they're a game out of hand on the rest of League 2. But it's currently a top 2, very, very Nottingham heavy, as we've got Notts County on 24 points, Mansfield on 23. Mansfield now have a plus 11 goal difference, which is the best in the league. The worst goal difference is minus 13, held by Forest Green Rovers. 13 games played. Stockport, Gillingham, Wimbledon, Crewe, Wrexham and Crawley all have played 12. Swindon and Morecambe have played 11. Accrington have played 12. Barrow have played 11. Salford have played 12. Bradford have played 12. Harrogate, MK Dons, Walsall, Grimsby and Newport Doncaster have all played 12. Colchester, who sit 21st in 11th. Tranmere in 12th. Not in 12th. Have played 12. Sutton have played 12. And Forest Green have played 12. 4 people watching. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll do a quick rundown of the table. You did already hear me saying it there. In the automatic promotion spots, we've got Notts County top still. Mansfield, Stockport make up the rest of that top 3 in the automatic spaces. The playoffs are Gillingham, Wimbledon, Crewe, Alexandra and Wrexham. Down to halfway, we've got Crawley, Swindon, Morecambe, Accrington and Barrow. Then for the bottom half of mid-table, we've got Salford, Bradford, Harrogate, MK Dons, Walsall, Grimsby, Newport and Doncaster. Then very much in for that relegation battle, we've got Colchester, Tranmere, Sutton and Forest Green. Only 2 teams going down. I wasn't that sure about that one, to be honest. Let's have a look at some of the other games that are going on today. Other games going on in that league. There's a lot of FA Cup qualification going on. In League One, we've got Blackpool versus Stevenage, Cambridge versus Shrewsbury, Carlisle versus Leyton Orient, Lincoln versus Burton going ahead. The rest are all postponed due to international involvements. Wimbledon versus Bradford, Crewe versus Tranmere, Doncaster versus Sutton, Forest Green versus Colchester, Grimsby versus Accrington, Harrogate versus Stockport, MK Dons versus Barrow, Swindon versus Newport, Walsall versus Gillingham, and finally Wrexham versus Salford make up the fixtures going on today in League 2. Ukraine are leading North Macedonia 1-0 at the moment. Italy are going to play Malta this evening. Hello, Pablo Lordigan. Looks like a Mansfield persuasion to me. Very, very big win for your lot there. Northern Ireland are beating San Marino 3-0, unfortunately. That will be all from me for the stream today. Really, really hope that the people who were in here for a while did enjoy it. Hope that everyone here enjoyed it. See how many likes got left. I will check that now. We got 14 likes. Very, very, very happy with that for just a random watch along that I decided to do about half an hour before the game. Who do you support? I'm a Forest fan myself. I don't know if you can see there's a big NFFC banner behind me with a Forest ticket bag there. So I am, that's me. I vlog all of our home games. If you check out my channel, I've just decided to quite randomly do a watch along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As I say, I'm a Forest fan. Please, I'm just going to end it here. Hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. It was a bit of a fun one to make, especially in the second half, as it sort of all unravelled for Notts. 4 people watching in here, thank you very much for still being here. Do make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel so much. Remember to ingest cheese. As I say, I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers before Christmas, so please do drop a sub if you haven't already. And with that, I will see you all later. Oh, hold on. Pablo Lordy Gang, I subbed. Thank you very, very much. That's very, very good of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, as I was saying, remember to ingest cheese. Thank you all for coming. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Good night.